your government has said that it will opt out of dental care. It's considering opting out of the pharmacare program. I'd like to know, in terms of opting out, which is a possible option, how would the federal government and how would the Canadian public know that if you opt out and you still want the funds to put in those programs in your own jurisdiction, how do we know that there will be a level of accountability from your government to ensure that those services are getting to Albertans?
Well, look, I mean, the language that we're using of opt-out is to send a signal to the federal government that we would like them to fund our program. And if they're not happy with our approach, then I guess they'll continue operating a parallel program. But I don't think that that's good for patients, because I think it's created confusion. In Alberta, for instance, on the two programs you mentioned, we've had a publicly funded dental program since 1973. We have 500,000 people on it. And when we did our assessment of the federal program, if we collapsed our program and just went to theirs, 100,000 people would have been uncovered, because we cover those who are vulnerable on AISH and those who are children of those who are vulnerable as well. We are not going to create a program. We're not going to opt out of our own program or cancel our own program if it leaves people uncovered. So that's why we're frustrated that they didn't come to us first and work with us to expand to different categories of patients. That's what we're trying to do, is they're saying, let's take this 2-year period and let's see if we can get that right. On pharmacare, it's the same thing. Like, I can't go to the people who are covered under our pharmacare plan, which offers 5,000 drugs, and say, okay, we're collapsing our program, and now you can have a 2-drug plan by the federal government. That's not appropriate either. What we want them to do is to come to us so that we can maintain our 5,000 drug program and just expand it to more people. So that's where we're hoping the negotiations will go with the federal government. We want people to be covered. We want, especially the most vulnerable and those who are at the low end of the income scale. And it would have been far better, rather than them create an architecture and a whole separate system with all that administration, if they just collaborated with us first. We recognize that every province is at a different state of development of those programs, and that's fine. But you can't just put a one-size-fits-all program across the entire country, especially when we're so far advanced on these two programs ourselves.